Aloha, this is Evangelist Ricky Calderon bringing you another program from the Truth and Love program, broadcast from Kailua Kona on the Big Island of Hawaii, also to the West Coast of America at 7 p.m., well, it's 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So tune me in, and the rest of the world's watching too, so I know that. Europe gets it, and even Asia, except for China. So we'll pray for the Chinese people that they allow YouTube into China. So we'll have a continuation here today of what do the Hindus believe? Do they believe in reincarnation? Is there any proof? Do all roads lead to the same place? And we'll start off by singing our main theme song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which I recorded at a professional recording studio in Kea'au. So join me as we sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. On at the end of the program last week. I go, oops, sometimes you have to ad lib. I used to do that as a teacher. I practiced the day before and showed my students, and sure enough, the machine did not go on. I go, what? So you have to be ready in all seasons, in and out. That's what the Apostle Paul said. So here's a little bit of humor to help you get going for this week. And after you're done hearing these, you will definitely pray for me. Here we go. The Sunday school teacher was explaining Sodom and Gomorrah. Teacher said this, and God told Lot to take his wife and flee out of the city. In other words, leave the city. He fled, but not to look back. But Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. Oops. That's why I should never look back. That's why I should obey what God says. The children were obviously shocked. One tentatively raised his hand. Teacher. Yes, Billy. Billy stated this. But what happened to the flea? Again, we'll go back here. I had to look over it myself. I go, God told Lot to take his wife and flee. He took her like a flea, like it's on a dog and constantly scratch. That's the way he took it. So what happened to the flea? Flea. But God told Lot and his wife to flee. Flee. A little bit of humor. Okay, last dad joke of the day for me. Two boys are walking home from Sunday school after hearing some strong preaching about the devil. And we go here. One says to the other, what do you think about all this Satan stuff? The other says, well, you know how Santa turned out to be, it's probably just your dad. No, it's a little bit of humor, not much, but it ain't your dad. No, that's saying he's evil. One of the bad angels that wanted to take over and be a god. So we will continue some more of those next week. No, please, Ricky, don't. We'll pray for you. Whatever. Okay, so this is where I'm getting this again, in case some of you are new and tuning in. Comparing Christianity with occults. There we go. So that's where I'm getting it from, okay? So whoever wrote this had some knowledge about all the other methods, and they're explaining the differences here. And I just had it. Just bear with me here. Okay. I gotta go back. Yeah, I did the other one. Okay. I did this one already. Do they have a front and back for this? And I'm gonna just flip it over. Accidentally flip it the wrong way. We'll get there. Just be a little patient. And spiritualism, no. Mormonism, no. And I had it all set, and I messed it up. That's my fault. Eastern mystic religion, that's Hinduism. You know, I try my best. This happened when I was a teacher. I did all of the checking out before I taught the students, but then where did it go? So, yeah, I was talking about redemption. Yeah. Eastern mystic religions. We have a little break in the action here. Okay. I was never good at what's that cube? The block. Forget it. I could never do that. I always messed it up. You know, it's like my kids that go, Daddy, we don't want you to, use a computer or a cell phone. You destroy it. I go, what? I get no respect. No respect at all, as Ronnie used to say. Okay, I just found it right here. Here we go. This is about Eastern mystic religions. Hinduism, Brahma, the absolute, other than which is nothing else, with our qualities, a noble and personal beyond all appearances, changes, and differences. So Brahma is the absolute God. God is all there is. All visible objects are but modifications of self-existence of an unconscious and impersonal essence, which is called God. I mean, come on, they're throwing a lot of words at you, word salad. Look at me, I sound and look good too. Yeah, throwing all these big words at you. God is omnipresent, almighty, and is in the heart of everyone. That's true. That's basically as transcendental meditation. In his real nature, man is divine. The inner man is fully divine. Vedanta teaches no other dogma but the divinity inherent in man and his capacity for infinite evolution. It sounds a little bit like Mormonism. They believe you are a god. And when you become a Mormon, I believe you got to wear a holy diaper. Why are you going to wear a holy diaper? I mean, I found out I became a Mormon, and now I'm going to start going to the bathroom after I found out. That's pretty sad. Jesus Christ. All religions from times immemorial are just different branches of the main trunk of the eternal religion represented by the Vedas. These are holy books of the Hindus. I don't think Christ ever suffered or Christ could suffer. And who said that? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. I guess he never read the Bible. He suffered immense pain. When they crucified him, they whipped him with a whip that tore his whole back off. pressed thorns into his head. I mean, the guy suffered immense pain, thrust a spear into his side, crucified on a cross, and he never suffered pain. That's a big lie. Okay, so Christ is considered to be one of a long line of masters who had themselves realized divinity. They are recognized as divine and addressed as such. Through such individuals at various times in history, the divine truth was transmitted to men. His picture is frequently to be seen beside that of Buddha or of Shankaracharya. Well, that's a big one. And Yogananda and other recognized divine leaders. The masters are considered to be realized expressions of divinity and as such are worshiped. So this is beginning to sound like Catholicism, which is what I came out of. Well, we believe in Jesus, Mary, the apostles, and all the 1,000,001 saints. So if this one here doesn't suit your needs, then you can go this other one. And that doesn't work. It's like the supermarket of religion. That's what Hinduism is like. You want Jesus plus voodooism? Well, guess what? You're just in luck. We got that one just for you, too. You want Jesus plus the Bible? We have that for you. You know, somebody's lying big time, and it's the leaders of the Catholic Church. You know, when I say things about Catholicism, oh, you hate Catholics. No, I don't. I was a fervent Catholic for like 41 years. Was it 41? 39 years of my life. 39. I always get them mixed up with my Taekwondo background. Started Taekwondo at age 41. Okay, so we got different branches. Oh, he doesn't say Christ ever suffered or Christ could suffer. That's ignorance because that's totally false. Read the New Testament, although that guy's probably dead. Christ is considered to be one. Oh, we already said that. Okay, we did that. Okay, we got to worship the masters, major Eastern religious movements, Bahaism, merged from Persian Islam, but is essentially eclectic. All ways are of God. Baha has the truth for this age. So Baha has the truth. Brahma has the truth. And Jesus said, John 14:6, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father but by me. Only Jesus is the truth, not all these other branches. When you have over 300 prophecies in the Old Testament foretelling the coming of the Messiah, just for 10 to have occurred is astronomical. They all point to Jesus. Over 40 documented miracles in the New Testament, and over 500 people saw him rise up into the sky. That's not mere coincidence. They all point toward Jesus. He was the God-man, without a doubt. All these other people, compared to Jesus, are absolutely nothing in comparison. They know where Buddha's buried, not married. Buddha was buried too. He had a kid, from what I read. And Muhammad, they know where he's buried. They never found the body of Jesus Christ because he rose up into the sky. And guess what, people? He's coming back. It could be right now. Right now. Everything's falling into place for him to come back now. So after Bahaism, we have Divine Light Missions, Guru Mahara. It is presented as the perfect master, the Lord of the universe, which has come to uncover the light of knowledge that is within the disciple himself. Well, that's similar to Christianity, because once you get saved, then Jesus is in your heart, okay? But these people, their God is not in their heart like Jesus is. Okay, Krishna consciousness, ISKCON, devotion centers on the God Krishna. Okay, transcendental meditation. Marketed as a non-religious practice, the movement is deceitfully propagated as non-religious. This clearly derives from Hinduism. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is the leader. So he's lying through his teeth. Mandatory initiatory rites in Sanskrit address the Lord Narayana, Brahma, the creator. Daily meditation focuses on the source of creative intelligence within the individual himself. No, this is definitely a religion. So Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is lying through his teeth saying it's not a religion. And it is. Okay. Vedanta Society, Ramakrishna Mission. This group who teaches the perennial philosophy that God is the essence of all that is, and salvation is to realize the God reality that is within you. Well, I can agree with some of that. God the Father is all there is. It's very similar to that statement, okay? And Jesus dwells within us. Zen Buddhism, the major Buddhist activity solves eternity's biological, what the heck, I can't read that, koam, to produce enlightenment, similar to transcendental meditation. That's a little confusing. All right, so we finished those two. Again, the last one was Christianity compared to the religious cults. Now, this one here is a little bit more about Hinduism. I went into this because Tulsi Gabbard, who joined the Republican Party, is a Hindu. That's what made me go into this. I did it before, but I did a printout of this, and it's a little more informative. So that's why I wrote Tulsi Gabbard on here, because she inspired me to do some more research. So we got over here, if I can do a level. Several categories here in this brochure. So we have Hinduism belief symbols, Hinduism holy books, origins of Hinduism, Hinduism versus Buddhism. It's similar. Buddhism was actually derived from Hinduism. There's some similarities, but there's a lot of areas where they dropped. Medieval and modern Hindu history, Mahatma Gandhi, Hindu gods, places of worship, Hinduism sects, Hindu caste system, sources. Okay, whatever. Okay, Buddhism, though, dropped the caste system, which the Hindus still have. So it's different levels of importance. Okay, bear with me here. Hinduism, beliefs and symbols. Hinduism embraces many religious ideas. For this reason, it's sometimes referred to as a way of life or a family of religions as opposed to a single organized religion. That's what Catholicism is. That's what I came out of. It's like a family of religions. I said, if you like Buddhism and Jesus, oh, we got that for you. Come over here. We want you. Do you want the Bible and Jesus? Oh, you come with me. And there's a lot of hypocrisy in Catholicism. Again, I say this every week. Here I am, a fifth grader, Infinite Pride Catholic school. I don't want to say what year. It's in the Stone Ages. But my dad was stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. And they said, Ricky, come with us. We'll teach you the Ten Commandments. I go, oh, goody. So they taught me the Ten Commandments. And they sent me back and they put me in front of a statue and they said, okay, stop praying to it. I said, but wait a minute. You just told me the Ten Commandments. One of them was, I am a jealous God. Do not worship false idols. And the next thing they said to me was this, just make believe, Ricky. I go, what? Fifth grade, I knew that was wrong. You know, they have you worship idols. They teach you the Ten Commandments. And they're misleading millions and millions of people who want to know the right way how to get to heaven and not all the lies and hypocrisies of the Catholic Church leaders. That's why it's sad. Now, you guys can pray for me this week because I had 4 things happen to me that are very serious. So please pray for me. Satan does not want this program to go on. So Satan's after me big time. It broadcasts throughout the whole world, also for China. So I could use your prayers, please. Okay, most forms of Hinduism and henotheistic are henotheistic or henotheistic, which means they worship a single deity known as Brahman, but still recognize other gods and goddesses. Followers believe there are multiple paths to reaching their God. That's false. There's only one way. Oh, but that's narrow-minded, Ricky. Yeah, it is. Jesus said, excuse me, I had to get some oxygen in there. Jesus said, John 14:6, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father but by me. Not through Mary, the apostles, Buddha, Muhammad, working my way, earning my way, buying my way, knowing a so-called holy person who is a sinner. I know when I was a cat, let's go run to the priest because we were totally stupid. They didn't allow us. Years ago, hundreds of years ago, the Catholics had the Bible in their hands and they started reading it. Hey, wait a minute. You're telling me to do this, but the Bible says not to, and they took them away, the Bibles. Isn't that sad? So they don't want any kind of interference. They don't want you to use your brain. You're spiritually enslaved to the Catholic Church, which is very sad. But Catholicism does the same thing. Oh, pray to God the Father. But, over here we have Jesus. And then over there we got Mary. And then we got Joseph. And we got all the saints. So take your pick. You might find a winner. And I'll never forget this when my first wife died. She had breast cancer. She's 35. Pretty sad. It was probably the worst part of my life right there, watching her die. But I had this girlfriend, and we made an agreement. Well, I'll go to your church, you go to mine. I'll show you what I'm looking at St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church in Providence, Rhode Island. And so I went to the statue of Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That was it for Jesus. Then they pull out one of Mary. Mary, 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 Merry Christmas. It's about. And poor Jesus got buried. He got buried. Mary overwhelmed him. And yet Mary said, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I do one on Mary. She said she never deserved to be worshiped. She herself was a sinner. She said everyone should pray to Jesus, not to her. She didn't deserve. So the glorifying Mary, which comes from the pagans from Babylon, the mother-child relationship. In fact, they even have that in India. I've seen a mother-child relationship there too. Other religions have done that also. False. Hindus believe in the doctrines of samsara, the continuous cycle of life, death, and reincarnation and karma, the universal law of cause and effect. Yeah, there is life, death, and reincarnation. Where's the proof of reincarnation? Can anyone prove that? No, you can't. It's totally fictional. It's just like the Mormon religion. Where are the golden tablets? Joseph Smith said he found from the angel Moroni. Never found. Where are the artifacts about the Bible that occurred in New York City on an Indian reservation? They interviewed the Indians. Has anyone ever had a battle here? No, we lived here our whole lives. False again. Fictional religion, Mormonism. Now, unless you can prove reincarnation and all the rest of this stuff, this is another fictional religion. Unbelievable. People lie. And it boils down to this one thing. They want your money. The richest church to face the earth is the Catholic Church. I've been to Rome, St. Peter's Cathedral. He never, and yet they the world, lying through their teeth. lying through their. How can they build something like that and state that he went to Rome? Unbelievable how they lie. And yet, look up Revelation 21:8. Liars and thieves, whoremongers, and adulterers will not enter the kingdom of heaven. Period. Period. No, you can't work your way, say you're a good person. You have to admit, the Bible's clear, none are good, for all of sin and come short of the glory of God. It's in the New Testament. I forgot where, but I know it's in the New Testament. One of the key thoughts of Hinduism is Atman, or the belief in soul. This philosophy holds that living creatures have a soul and they're all part of the supreme soul. The goal is to achieve